My brothers, my sisters, you're welcome. Let me just start straight up. And I still lie, eh? Lie is something everybody should avoid. Everybody needs to avoid lying. It's not necessary. Yes, we tell white lies. I hope you guys understand what white lies is. What white lies are. You don't lie to an extent where you now believe your own lie. You now fight to defend your own lie. It becomes stupidity. Because if you lie, you need to top up on another lie. You need to top up on another one to justify the one you've said previously. You need to top up again to justify that one you just said. You need to top up and top up and top up before you know it will boomerang and consume you. Consume you. So it's necessary you just avoid it. Just avoid lying. In the case of Harrison, he's not even lying to defend himself. How can somebody be lying to defend others? How can a human being be lying to defend others? For me, that's a senselessness. Absolute senselessness. I tell you. What is interview with it's not even an interview. The defense section he had with Blessing. That was the most hopeless conversation I've ever seen on the internet. The conversation he had with Blessing. Very, very hopeless. Let's start this case right from the beginning. The first time Harrison talked about this whole case, the first time he ever talked about it was on the 22nd of May, if I'm correct. Yes. 22nd of May was the first time Harrison talked about Celine and Afiba. That was the first time he ever posted them on his Can you hear me? All right. So let me start again. I said, there's no need to lie, as in, there's no need to come out to lie for no reason, because if you lie, you have to lie again to defend your lies and keep defending, you keep lying, you keep defending. At one point, it boomerangs on you. Everything falls on you, man. And it's, that's the state Harrison is about to get to, because he's been lying consistently. I'm going to prove it. I'm just trying to give you guys a bit idea of what about what I'm about to talk about. In this case, you could say Ben is lying. I don't know if he's lying or he's saying the truth. I don't know, but to the best of my knowledge, I've been waiting for somebody to come say he has been convicted, he has been this, or he has been that. I'm not supporting Ben, because for the fact that somebody is sending you nudes on a regular, that means you guys have a very strong connection. And on the other hand, he also spoke about, I'm talking about Ben. Ben also spoke about a time when they did some kind of transaction which involved a lot of money. So I don't know where this money was coming from. So I think those are a few questions. If I see Ben, I would like to ask Ben. Now let's go back to what brought me here. I just want to clarify that fact, because most people think, man, I'm an affiliate of Ben. No, I'm not. I'm just out here because I'm a crime analyst. That's just the truth. I know when somebody, I could read body language, at least not perfectly, not 100%, because nobody could read the internal dynamics of any human being. That's just the truth, but at least I could try. Harrison, in this case, is not lying to defend himself. He's lying to defend others. And that's why my last post I wrote, after I watched his defense conversation, not even an interview, with Blessing, I came to the conclusion that Blessing happens to be his client or his contractor. Let's start from when this case started. The first time Harrison posted about this whole thing was on the 22nd, if I could remember very well. That was the first time he ever talked about this whole issue. And what did he do that day? He posted a picture of them, missing girls and all. The next thing he posted again was a video of him trying to research Andrew, and another video where Rachel, according to him, a victim spoke up. Yes, I think. The next time he spoke about this case again was on the 30th. Yeah, 30th. And what did he say? Missing girls, their picture as well. The next time he posted about them again was on the 31st, if I could remember very well. Yes, 31st. And on that 31st, that was when I started smelling the rat. He said, we should leave all this narrative about Ron's girl say, Ron's girl no say, that there is more to this thing. That right now he's having a meeting with one of the officials that is in charge with this case. That it's not like he is scared though, but he's going to post his location just in case anything happens. We should know where he is. That was what he said. The next thing he posted was his location, which confirms he is in Abuja. He now did another post to tell us that he's in Abuja. He came to see the IRT commander that was in charge of the case. But again, he started telling us another story where they told him to bring the girl, the Rachel girl, to Abuja. But he didn't say that in his previous video that he was taking. There was no time he said he was taking Rachel to Abuja. But on that video, on that 31st, he said he brought Rachel to Abuja. That was what brought him to Abuja. Then he saw the IRT commander. On that same 31st, yes, 31st of May, let me be specific. On that same 31st of May, Harrison now told us, not the police, that Andrew is dead. He was shot when he was trying to escape. That was what the police told him. You can go check out his page if you think I'm making this up. That's why I'm specific. I'm trying to... That's what the police told him. Same 31st, he granted a podcast, should I call it a podcast, with Just Adokun That was the anchor of the podcast, Just Adokun on Facebook with Ben. He started sounding contradictory. You could watch it. The first, what he said that got my attention was, he said, the girls, that's Afiba, left, they came in and they went, he was straight that day. He said they went to Aba to see a friend of theirs. When they got there at Aba, they sent, that's the girls, one of the girls sent a video of them in Aba to the sister. That's Celine sent the video of herself in Aba in Andrew's house to the sister. That's Celine's sister. What was he trying to do there? He was trying to shield Blessing. He never mentioned Blessing until people like me, we started crying out, Blessing, Blessing, Blessing. He never mentioned Blessing. He said they sent the video. Celine sent the video to her sister. You get? He didn't mention Blessing. He went on to say, a petition. When the police officers in Aba were not handling the matter properly, they said it was self-kidnap and all, that Celine's family contacted a friend. He still didn't mention Blessing. Contacted a friend in Abuja to contact the AIG. And the friend went to the AIG's office to secure a, what's it called? The paper to I've forgotten what it's called. But you all know what I'm talking about. Which the friend secured it. And in his words, he said they now went to Aba. I know why I'm saying this. He said when they got the approval from the IG, they now went to Aba. That's his words. Is to tell you he was with the team to Aba. I'm still going to prove this, and I'm still going to prove this from what he said, not what I made up. They now left for Aba. Now, he still never mentioned Blessing. He said when they got to Aba, he noticed that the police there were handling the case. He now advised that they should send a petition to the AIG, Zone 6. That was what he said, Zone 6. So later on, 4 days later, he said later on, the police, the AIG team now arrived. They had arguments and all before they took Andrew away. They packed up all his things and they took him away. I'm still going to come back to what happened on the way. But that was what he said. And before then, he said they found Celine's bag and ATM card in Andrew's house that night when they came to arrest Andrew. Now, another thing he said that busted my brain, which made me to come to the conclusion, this is me now, this is not Andrew, this is my conclusion. Now, what made me to come to the conclusion that the video Andrew sent when they went to pick up that purported body and the search in Andrew's house, that's his activity, the whole activity you guys saw on his Instagram when they went to Aba to get the body. I feel those videos were not, if that was truthful, if that video was truthful, those videos were not on that, because he did the video on the 3rd. The video was done on the 3rd. I don't know if you get, he did the video on the 3rd. Yes, on the 3rd of July. But that video, he has done that video previously before that 3rd. Podcast with Just Adokun. He said one of the rooms, he didn't know when he said this. He mistakenly came out of his mouth. He said one of the rooms they broke into, they saw blood. And They were making videos. That's the police officers were making videos and sending to Abuja. Do you understand what I just said? That was what he said. They saw blood and they were making videos and sending to Abuja. How? Like, is it the Aba police that was making video and sending to Abuja? So this is to tell you, this interview was on the 31st of July, on the 31st of May. That was when he made this interview with Just Adokun, that they were making videos and sending to Abuja. What does that tell you? Andrew's house has been ransacked before that 31st. And Harrison was aware. The next update he gave us again was, I think that was on the 1st of June. He uploaded himself again on his Instagram with Afiba, the girl from Ghana, the brothers. She showed us she's with the brother of Afiba, and they are the police headquarters in Abuja. Now, that particular day, if you listen to his conversation with Blessing was there. Because Blessing confirmed that she brought Afiba's brother and she met Andrew and they even exchanged documents or whatever. Because that video Andrew uploaded, I said, sorry, Harrison, not Andrew, Harrison. She met Harrison. She confirmed it under her interview that she met Harrison that day and even gave him some documents, some papers to even that video Harrison uploaded where Celine and Afiba was going to put Abba. Harrison was the first person to upload that video. Where did he get it from? Blessing. Blessing also said he gave him other documents like the chat she had with Blessing and Afiba and all. And yet Harrison never mentioned Blessing. Blessing was with Andrew on that first. If the date he placed on his Instagrams, if the pictures he were uploading was right, if it corresponds with the date, he was with Blessing that particular day. He never mentioned Blessing. The next video he uploaded was him. Sorry, on that same first, Just Adokun had an interview. Just Adokun had an interview with Afiba's husband. And in that interview, he made one request that Blessing ran away. Blessing is nowhere to be found. That same first, he had a Facebook interview with Just Adokun. Go check Just Adokun's page. You'll see it. She said Blessing needs to be questioned. That this girl, she was sent an information that these people were kidnapped. Yet, with location, all she did was switch off her phone and ran to Abuja. The boyfriend was busy asking him for money. And let me correct this impression, because now, Ben is no longer the subject of contention. Right now, the subject of contention, because I noticed if you're telling them the truth, they'll try to blackmail you. They'll try to make you look like the bad guy. Now, the person they want to make the bad guy is Afiba's husband. And let me tell you guys, there was no time, from what Blessing and Harrison said day before yesterday, there was no time Afiba's husband said she gave Blessing money. Go listen to that podcast again. There was no time. He said he gave 2 million to Officer B, policeman called Oracle. That was what he said. He mentioned Oracle. And he now said they've spent close to 7 million on this case. There was no time he said, let me correct that lies, because they want to start peddling those ones now to sell sentiments and emotion. There was no time he said he gave anybody he gave Blessing's boyfriend money. He never said so. So Harrison and Blessing should stop peddling that lie. Let me continue. So Afiba's boyfriend was on the show. She said Blessing switched off her phone
And she ran to Abuja to go make to go meet the IG and wrote on the petition, unknown person. And as at this time, because the petition was written on the 10th and it was approved on the 10th. If you have that petition, you will see it. It was written on the 10th and approved on the 10th. And Andrew was arrested on the 8th. A message was sent to her on the 27th that we have been kidnapped by Andrew. Yet she wrote a petition that carries unknown person. That was what the boyfriend said. Now, Harrison still never came out to say he knows Blessing. Harrison never came out to say he knows Blessing. On the 2nd, sorry, that same first, Just Adokun again said, this is Just Adokun reporting, not even the police. Because I noticed Just Adokun and Harrison were working hand in hand. Because the previous interview, if Ben wants to talk, Just Adokun interrupts. She will be like, what about the girl she threw down from upstairs? Tell me about the gun. Anytime Ben wants to speak, she interrupts. So I noticed they were working hand in hand. Just Adokun was the first person to announce on the 1st that they found, 1st of June, that they found a body. That a body has been found. She was the first person to make that announcement. The body is in the bag. And the collar, it's hiding his or her identity. But they've given location. They've called Harrison and they've given out location to Harrison. That Harrison right now, the policemen are on ground with sniffer dogs, combing the area. It's close to Andrew's house, but nobody wants to report. Then now it gets everybody thinking. These girls were missing on the 27th. They were declared missing on the 27th of May. 27th of April. So 27th, till that 1st, she made that announcement. Nobody perceived anything in the area. Nobody. It was on the 3rd somebody perceived and called out Harrison, not even the police. And moreover, let me continue. That was what she said on the 1st. The next day being 2nd, Andrew posted something, and I said Andrew, sorry, I'm clicking on all these names. Harrison posted on his wall, he said, please, he knows that there's a disconnection between the police and the people. That if you find anybody, please update him. Don't be scared. Nothing is going to happen. The next day being 3rd, he made a video of himself traveling to Aba. And he said, please, if you find anything, please let us know, blah, blah, black sheep. Now, on the 3rd, they found the body. When he found the body, this was what he said. He said, if you look at this curtain, it's the same thing with the one in Andrew's house. Don't worry. When we leave here, we'll go back to Andrew's house to go confirm. And they left there, they went to Andrew's house to go and confirm. Mind you, we didn't see any video of anybody. We didn't see any recovered body. Nothing. We only saw curtain. The most surprising thing in all of this is the same policemen that were supposed to take Andrew to Abuja were the same policemen that escorted him to go recover the body. Is that not funny? Situations like that, I think it's the divisional police that is supposed to handle it, not the police from Abuja. It was the same. This police, at this point, I think they were supposed to be, if the date of what he's saying tallies. Remember I told you, this thing, I think these are backdated videos that they are just replaying, that they are just posting. These are videos that has happened way back, that they are just trying to post again, that he's just posting. Now, he said, they now went to, what's his name? Andrew's house. You would see him there. He was searching, making videos, even went to Andrew's office. And in that Andrew's office, you notice the desktop there is gone. They've searched the house. To tell you they searched that house properly. Harrison said it was in Andrew's house that he found Allison's document, where Andrew and Allison were in the police. Remember the girl they said he threw from upstairs, downstairs in Port Harcourt? It was in her house he found her document. And what did he do with the document? He called Allison, threatening Allison to come to Daddy Free's life, or else he will report her to the police. Now let's continue. They searched Andrew's house 3 times. Remember, he said, this is the curtain they found in Andrew's house. He will take us back there. That means he has gone there previously. He took us back there. You get what I'm saying? He now took us back to the house again. After that, on the 4th, he made another video that where he was in the bush again. That was on the 4th of June. He said, when we are done from here, that they've searched, they've not seen another body. But once he's done from here, he's going to go back to continue the search in Andrew's house 3 times. On the 5th of June, he left for, what's it called? He left Aba for Tukpo, according to him, to go and confirm Andrew's body. Now, let me surprise you guys. Because, you know, like I said initially, when you lie, you don't even know when you speak the truth. It wasn't him alone that went to confirm those bodies. He went with those same policemen. So what does that tell you? It tells you this whole job, it tells you how significant Andrew is. Andrew should be a very powerful man because they are trying to conceal some certain informations. Why would you go search his house? His phone, when he was killed, was missing. Harrison said it, that the phone he was holding was... At this point, Andrew became the spokesman of the police. Mind you, the police as an institute, the MPF as an institute has not been involved in this whole case. Not of recent, the IG spoke about it. The police as an institute, Harrison has been the spokesman at this point. He took us, he went to show us the body. But he didn't take a picture of the policeman with him. He did it like he went there independently to go verify the body. No, it was the police that took him there. How did I know? On the 6th, he granted an interview. That was his second interview with Daddy Freeze. And he said, when they went to Otukpo, he was telling his boys to be on guard for those policemen, that he doesn't trust those policemen, which tells you the policemen were with him. Now, in all this scenario, relate it with Andrew's death and all. Even if you see the picture of Andrew's scar, man, it doesn't look like something that was shot at. But I'll come to that. This story was more or less eliminate Andrew and make sure no evidence, nothing, or because if you check, there was no computer again on his office. There used to be an Apple desktop there. The Apple desktop is gone. As at the time Harrison was making those videos, the desktop was gone. Everything, his laptop is not seen. His phone, according to Harrison, that phone is missing. That phone is missing. So nothing about him was visible. And like I said, those activities happened before the 1st of June. And after those activities happened, that was when Harrison reported to Abuja. And that was when Blessing came to Abuja and they saw. Now let's go a little bit backward to when Andrew died. Look at the story Harrison came up with. Just look at the story he came up with. It was Afiba's husband that came out of his research to be like, that car doesn't have facial recognition. The car doesn't have it. It doesn't have those stuff they say it has. It doesn't have it. It was that same 5th. He granted another, on the 5th, after he went to Otukpo, if you notice his boy, one of his boy there was like, he was like, Harrison asked the boy, is this the guy you saw when you went to the police office? The guy said, yes, it's him, he's the bastard, is this, is that. Harrison now said, so this is Andrew, he's dead and everything is gone and you can see him, confirm Andrew is dead. And the boy said, yes, he's gone, he's dead. That was exactly the point they wanted this case to end. He's dead, case end. But you know why the case is still on? That same night, after Harrison's interview with Daddy Freeze, he made another contradictory statement. And what did he say? He said, the girls, Afiba came in from Lagos to Owerri. On his interview, he was quoting Blessing. That's the first interview he ever had with Daddy Freeze. That was on the 5th of June. He was quoting Blessing. If you listen to Blessing day before yesterday, and you listen to Daddy Freeze on the 5th of June, he was just quoting Blessing. So it's to tell you, these two people planned the same story. This was what he said on the 5th. He said, two girls, one a married girl, they went to see their Facebook friend. Now the question is, who told you Andrew is their Facebook friend? That's one. They went to see their Facebook friend and they went to have a good time, a threesome. That was what he said. So he was the first person to use that word to make those girls a hookup girl. He was the first person to paint those girls, to give them that picture of a hookup girl. Hookup girls. He was the first, and he did that on the 5th, that they were to be paid 1 million and they transferred to them 100K to come. Daddy Freeze asked him, are you sure? He said yes. Are you sure? He said yes. Now he went ahead to say, when the girls were leaving Port Harcourt, a friend of theirs, he didn't mention Blessing, a friend of theirs made a video of them. When they got to Aba, the guy, that's Andrew, they waited for Andrew in a hotel. How did he know they waited for Andrew in a hotel? At this time, the only person Afiba and Celine were communicating to was Celine. So how did he know they waited for, the only person Celine and Afiba was communicating to was Blessing. So how did he know they waited for Andrew in a hotel? And Andrew came and picked them and took them to his house. And they made another video in his house and sent to a friend. He didn't mention Blessing this time. He said a friend. And sent to a friend that, oh boy, this now where we deal, in his words. He still didn't mention Blessing. Then the next call they received was, we are kidnapped by Andrew. Now, I was expecting him to, or Daddy Freeze to ask him, and what did the friend do? That's Blessing. But Daddy Freeze didn't ask. He went ahead to say he was arrested. He was later arrested and taken to the police. And he came into the matter because the police were not handling the matter properly. So this time, instead, in the previous interview, he said he wanted to direct the matter to Zone 6. But this time, he said Zone 9. That he even wrote a petition. Not until he wrote a petition, the petition arrived. And the next thing he heard, he wrote a petition. The next thing he heard was some people were coming in from Abuja. And he asked, how manage? Because though he's only aware of the petition he wrote to Zone 9 in Umuahia, AIG Zone 9 in Umuahia. So a family member, which family? First of all, sir, I would like to know who brought in Harrison to this case. Like, can he come out confidently and mention the person's name? If he mentions that person's name, I would bet you that it was Blessing that told that person to call in Harrison. I could bet you that. So at this point, he said Zone 9. So the AIG team now arrived. They had some arguments. But now, let me be sincere to you guys. It doesn't work like that in Nigeria. In Nigeria, if the AIG places a command, you don't need to go there and start having an argument. It's a signal. They call it signal. They send signal to that whatever station, and instantly that person is being flown. You don't mess with the AIG's order. Not to talk of people that went to mess it up, and yet they still have the guts to follow Andrew to go. By the time immediately they saw the whole thing is messed up, they are arrested and detained. At this point, he said he now appeared into the matter. They took them, and as they took Andrew away, that they took Andrew away on the 23rd. They took him away with the bags, with Celine's bag they found in his house, his laptop, everything. Like, they make sure he went with them with all his vital documents. They went to the hotel. Anyway, I'm still coming to that. On their way, he escaped. They shot him. I'm sure you guys know the whole details, what he said. Now, if you look at the picture of that car and where that car is situated, it looks like a farmland. And the picture they showed us, they made a mistake. They went to put Andrew at the back seat. Was he in the back seat when they shot him? Because we didn't see him on the driver's seat. No. And according to Harrison, he said they called the police. They called in the police, and the police told them that they said the police called the vigilante. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm trying to get something out here. The police told them that they've called the vigilante, that it's a Benz. Any Benz they see, they should bring down the Benz. So are you trying to tell me if I was on my way traveling on Utukpo that particular day, I would have been shot if I was using a Benz? Sorry, I'm getting to where light is. I would have been shot if I was using a Benz. The story was not just connecting or making sense. So after that, his interview with Daddy Freeze, Ben now came live and debunked the whole story. Debunked the whole story with proof of him speaking with Andrew that particular day Andrew escaped. And that was when the enmity between him and Andrew grew. That was when the enmity with him and Andrew grew. Because the truth is, he doesn't like it when you tell him the truth. He doesn't like it at all. He tries to demonize you. And that was exactly what he did. Now, oh shit, I'm distracted, man. I'm distracted. And if I'm distracted, telling my story is... So the truth is... Yeah, let me see if I could still continue. So he was shot. His phone carted away. Till today, Harrison said the phone has been stolen and they've not seen the phone. You get it? So, the next day, being on the 6th, he granted another interview with Daddy Freeze. But nobody understood that interview. That was on the 6th. Now, let me tell you guys why he made that interview with Daddy Freeze. Do you guys know why he made that interview with Daddy Freeze? Can you guys hear me? Are you guys hearing me? Somebody hearing? Okay. So he made that interview with Daddy Freeze. What was he trying to do? He was trying to send a message to the police to tell them that I know what is going on. Don't try to do the same thing you did to Andrew to me, because I have evidence on my phone. And those evidences has been distributed to every of my team members. So in case you come for me, those videos are with my team members. They will expose you guys. That was the meaning of the interview he did with Daddy Freeze on the 6th. He was just trying to send a message to the police on the 6th. The next interview he had was with That was the one he had with Daddy Freeze, where he came out the day Afiba's husband joined them. Afiba's husband was there, and Afiba's husband joined them that day, and they spoke. And Harrison didn't come out. He came out later on, after he finished hearing everything they had to say. He now appeared. And when he appeared, he said, IG doesn't know about this case. He has said that 2 times, that the Inspector General doesn't know about this case. So now I was thinking, that was what he was going to ask Blessing day before yesterday. That Blessing, come see. The IG is not aware of this case. How many did this case come up? But the truth is, the real essence of that interview he granted was 2 things. One, he wanted to debunk the fact that it wasn't Blessing's petition that caused that havoc. That was the essence of that interview yesterday. And secondly, that he wanted to paint Afiba's husband in a different light, in such a way that because Blessing said he never said he sent money to Blessing. No, not at all. He never said so. So they just wanted to raise that sentimental, emotional stuff to get the mind of the public again. No, he never did. Everything Blessing said was exactly what Harrison said under the freeze on the 5th. Everything. There was no mistake. To tell you it was Blessing's petition. On the interview he had, Harrison granted on the 31st with just Adokun, he said a family member called a friend, their family called a family member in Abuja, and the family member went to the police to get, the petition. Ben on that same seat asked him, is it the one from the Ghanaian embassy? He said, no, not that one. That was what Harrison said. He said, no, not that one. The Ghanaian embassy petition came in later on. Not that one. That it was the one the family member wrote that is active, and he has a copy of it. That was what he said in his own words. So, Blessing said everything she said day before yesterday, and that was what triggered everything I'm saying now, because, man, that interview was just too silly. It wasn't supposed to be, not at all. Because they just ended up exposing themselves in the sense that Harrison knew Blessing all the while. My biggest question is, if the police Blessing brought into this matter caused this whole havoc and carted away with evidence, that means Blessing and the boyfriend has something big to hide. That means Blessing and her boyfriend knew Andrew. Knew Andrew, yes. Blessing and the boyfriend knew Andrew way back. And I will advise Afiba's boyfriend, in case he gets to see this, man, he shouldn't pay attention to them. He shouldn't even grant them any interview again, because they want to see what they did to Ben. They made Ben to look so stupid that he started going personal with Harrison. And the moment he started going personal, he stopped being interesting. They demonized him to an extent that he started going personal, and that was what they want to make Afiba's husband to be, so that he starts going personal with them. He demand, you Chris, you're this, you're that, you're, and forgets the case, and the case just goes. That's what Ben is doing right now. It's just, for him now, it's a battle for him and Harrison. It's no longer a cause for Afiba and it was that Ben's interview, Ben's broadcast that brought back this case to life. If not, the case was dead after Harrison went to the morgue to confirm Andrew. That was where he asked his boy, "No being this," he said yes. He said the boy now said, "You people will never see him again and again." And he according to him, he made a video call to Afiba's relation, to Celine's relation, and to his mommy, Just Adokun. That's what he called her, Just Adokun. And Just Adokun said, confirm, it's Andrew. And for them, that was the end of the matter. If not for Ben that came up to say, no, there's something fishy. He smells a rat. That this guy spoke to me. He was not in chains. He even made the video. The video is on. Go to his page, you see the video of him. Two of them having this conversation. That very day he was escaping. I mean, he was in his car driving. How? What's up? And that was when the narrative changed, and that was why they started demonizing him. So let's go back to our interview. I'm just jumping. He had with Blessing. That was the most silly interview I've ever seen. They just exposed themselves there. Blessing started with that was when I met you in Abuja. And Harrison was shocked when Blessing said that. You need to see. Then he said, during the end, he said, no, I'm not going to bring in people that don't have Facebook profile into this. But he's talking to somebody that couldn't even show her face. What's she hiding? What's she scared of? Why can't she show her face? She's not even an accused. She's just a witness. Ben, when they're accused, they call names, they show him face. Then even Rachel, that is a victim of abuse, showed her face. Then she, being a witness, can't show her face. I'm not even sure that girl is in the country. That I can assure you guys. I'm not sure Blessing is in the country. I'm not sure. I don't know what she and the boyfriend is hiding. And let them be the center of this whole case. Because somebody was arrested in Aba. According to that interview, she exposed herself that she went to file. She traveled the next day. That's the next day she got the message on the 27th. According to her, she said when she arrived at Abuja, that was when she got the message. That's what she said. But she contradicted herself initially, and she was saying she was calling this, she was calling that. Later she said, when a lady asked her a question, she said when she arrived at Abuja. Then when you arrived at Abuja, what did you do? She said she went to the police, to IG's office. When you're supposed to go to the IG's office, Port Harcourt to Aba is less than 1 hour, 30 minutes. But when they told, and she sent those informations 48 hours to Afiba and Celine's family. Now, what did Celine and Afiba's family do immediately they got the message? After 48 hours, Blessing sent the message. What did they do? They swung into action immediately, instantly. According to Afiba's husband, this is what he said. He said, this is somebody that doesn't stay in Nigeria. This is somebody that doesn't stay in Nigeria. He made a call to the police station in Aba. How did he get the number? I don't know. But somebody in Port Harcourt couldn't put in all this effort. He made a call to the police in Aba, and the police requested 2 million naira from him. He called the officer's name. He said, Officer Oracle. Then the policeman and Celine's sister went to Andrew's house. Then how did they get Andrew's house? Because of the location Afiba sent to Blessing. That Blessing couldn't make use of the location. She was there lying. Send me life, not current life. And yet they sent you the same life you requested. Yet you did nothing. Yet you did nothing with the life you claimed. The very life they sent to you. You did nothing. So the officer Oracle went to Ben's house, to Andrew's house. When they got to Andrew's house, Celine's sister was like, let's enter this house. The officer said no, that they will come back later in the day. They will come back by 3 a.m. That Celine's sister should be going home. And what did they do? They never went back to the house to search. And this was 2 days after the kidnap. This is somebody abroad though, running all these things. Then the tablet where they found the video where Andrew, that's Celine's tablet she left at home, where they found the video where Andrew was telling Celine, come, you come, we'll go for good food. I stay in a big house now. I stay in a mansion. When that video came into circulation, you know what the police did? They called for the tablet. Celine's family thought they wanted to use the tablet for evidence, as in to push the matter forward. Andrew was in detention at this time. But you know what they did? They seized the tablet. So what is the police trying to cover up? What are they trying to hide? What is Blessing in particular trying to hide? Yet Blessing sits back and she says she doesn't know Andrew. She has never heard the name Andrew. Yet these girls were in your house for like a week. They never discussed Andrew. They never told you. For me, I even feel it's Blessing introduced them to Andrew. The way she started, how man, you guys need to go watch it. That's the most funniest interview I've ever seen. It was just so silly. It should have never happened. Because they just exposed themselves. It shows that Harrison and Blessing has been in communication. And all this while, he never ever mentioned Blessing with his mouth. He never ever mentioned Blessing. Yeah, bro, I just saw this message. You say, I'm making the same mistake you highlighted. Demonizing. No, I'm not demonizing Blessing. It's just a pity that she never appeared. Bro, put yourself in Celine or Afiba's family's shoe and somebody sent you a message. Obviously, she's supposed to be like a star witness. She has the whole details. She was the last person they were in communication with. So obviously, the police would need to hear from her. And what did she do? She had deactivated all her social media handles and off her phone, flee to Abuja. That was what Afiba's husband said. Not me. Not me. Afiba's husband. Go and listen to the interview he granted with Daddy Freeze. He switched off her phone. He said that girl needs to be questioned. That girl knows too much. And I'm beginning to see that. See, you guys should go and listen to all the interviews Afiba's boyfriend or husband granted. The first with Just Adokun, the second with Daddy Freeze. The guy made very, very good points. Very, very good points. I was expecting him to come out and be like, his interview to be like, Ben, your brother, man, those nudes, everything. Yes, we will come back to that. But for now, those things were a distraction. And that was what I was trying to say. And people were calling me Ben's affiliate and all. Those things were distractions. We never needed that. All we needed was come see Afiba Celine. What's going on? What's the police trying to? Why would they tell us they buy this guy? Why would you give the guy his car? Because Ben came out with proof he was driving his car. Why would you allow him drive his car? Where is his phone? Why would you tell us his phone is missing? The story doesn't make up. I think that was what we were supposed to be saying, not nude, no nude. When I posted, there was this video set on my wall. I was like, last video of Celine and Afiba on Andrew's bed. Everybody was like, send me the video, send me the video, send me the video. That was on Facebook. Send me the video, send me the video. Immoral people. Yet you guys are holding somebody. The truth is, it's not like I'm taking sides with Ben. No. Because I think a week ago, Andrew's girlfriend came out to say Ben they invited Ben to come see them when they were having sex. You get? And Andrew was trying to justify the fact that it was an adult thing. She was trying to justify the fact that it was an adult thing, that everybody's consent was given into it. But the truth here is, we should forget the narrative of consent. I granted my consent. Consent could be given out of fear. Consent could be given out of pity. There are so many various reasons why we give out our consent or grant our consent. So it's not about it's an adult play or something. No, maybe she did it she agreed out of fear. Very possible. Very, very possible she agreed out of fear. But for me, that wasn't the case. Why I said that wasn't the case, there was no time. There was no time Ben has been convicted, both in Nigeria and in the UK. There was no time any of the girls came out to say, she knows Ben. Ben was in the. There was no time. There was no time. But the problem I'm having with Ben now is he took the whole thing personal with Harrison. They started having this personal battle, which it wasn't necessary. That was where they dragged him to. And he joined them to go that down. But the truth is, I also blame Daddy Freeze because on the second interview he had with Harrison, that was the first day, what's it called? Ben came into the picture. He said, Harrison told him this chart that is in circulation about the 1 million say, 1 million no say, that he thinks is fake, that Ben should clarify that chart. And Ben said, I'm going to send you guys this chart the way it came. I'll send it to you and I'll send it to Daddy Freeze. You get? So the next time Harrison brought up that thing again, I was expecting Daddy Freeze to be like, guy, how far? We don't clear this matter now. Because every time he keeps bringing it up. And that's the part he keeps making everybody to antagonize Ben. Every time. And he was the first person to refer to those girls as Ron's girls, not Ben. Harrison was the first person. What he uses as his weapon is, you need to clarify that chart to make them know they see these girls like Ron's girls again. Man. Blessing knows way more than what we think. And that was why she couldn't show her face. She doesn't want us to read her body language. She knows way more. She and the boyfriend, they know way more. If the Inspector General of Police sees this, I hope he invites two of them. Because Harrison has confirmed twice that the IG is not involved in this. So how did that girl get the authority to authorize policemen? Are those policemen fake? To authorize and ginger up policemen to go carry out such an unbelievable act? How? How did she get the approval of the IG? Those are questions, because the truth is, like Afiba's husband said, I don't think the IG could sign to anything unknown person. Who are they going to arrest? And she went to according to her, she went to the IG's the IG's office on the 2nd and on the 10th. She filed in a petition. On the one she filed on the 10th, she wrote that petition on the 10th, she got the approval on the 10th. Because I think she thinks Andrew was going to be released, whatever, I don't know. But I think those team from Abuja never wanted Andrew to see the light of day. Because the day he was supposed to be released, that was the day he was picked up. According to Harrison, they had problems with the people in Abia. How would the IG send you and you're going there and you're having problems? The IG or pata. How? So man, Harrison is not straightforward in this whole thing. If you go back and you Google his name, you check his profile, his background, and oh man, he's not legit. He's not at all. Blessing is also not straightforward. From her stories, so many contradictions in Blessing's story. Somebody got missing in your place, and you claim they never spoke about Andrew in front of you before. I think that's a big lie. If you say you've never heard the name Andrew, and those girls are people that share those kind of information. I'm going to see my boyfriend, and you said the girl said boyfriend, and yet you didn't ask for the name of this boyfriend. No, the story is not straight at all. Then she finally sent you a message she was being kidnapped, and you did nothing. All you did was to run to Abuja and to make sure the matter is being sealed once and for all. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't at all. It's been sealed, and you and Harrison started telling the same story. But I pity Harrison though, because he is lying to cover them up. He's not lying to cover up himself. So it's a terrible situation, man. It's a terrible situation, and I hope he doesn't get to regret all this. It's just that most people fail to understand, or to understand what's going on. We all get to see the whole thing emotionally. We get to see it with our emotions. We don't get to read in between the line. which is very, very, very bad. We don't get to read in between the line. We don't get to, man, go relate all his interview, all Harrison's interview. He has never been coherent. He has never, ever been coherent. Not at all. He has never, ever been coherent. Right from Just a Dokun to Daddy Freeze. He has never been, to the last one he did yesterday, day before yesterday. That was just a bamboozle. That was just the last straw that broke the camel's back. Like he messed up. He messed up. And that was when he exposed himself that he has been in communication with Blessing all the while. He exposed himself, him and Blessing has been in communicado. Somebody said I should bring him on so that he talks. Oh shit, let me see how to send okay, Prince, if you can hear me, maybe you just send me your email address. Maybe I will have another live, then we'll talk. I will end this one and we'll talk. I really need somebody to talk to. I hope you're of the opposing view. I want somebody with opposing view. That's when I could make a better argument. I don't like to talk alone. That's why I don't come out on live. But if you're of the opposing view, anyone, if you send me your email, I will. Yeah, sure. If you want to talk, just send me your email. I will start up another live and I will invite you. Just send me your email. I will surely invite you. I really want to have a conversation. Yeah, sure. If you can talk, I don't mind. So just send me an email on okay. Truth seeker, can I talk? Yes, you can talk, but just send me an email, or you just chat out your what's it called? Oh, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Send me an email on indepthanalysis01@gmail.com with your email with your whatever, so that I can send you an invite. Okay? So I think we should just do that now. In-depth analysis 01. Somebody say Harrison and Ben are working for Andrew. No, I don't think so. I think Ben is working for somebody else, and Harrison is working for somebody else. They are both working for two different people. Because the truth is, if Harrison teamed up with Ben at the initials, a lot of facts would have been revealed. A lot of facts would have been revealed if they had teamed up together. But what they did to Ben was they were extracting information. They were psyching him, extracting the information he had. Yes, very good. Yes, that's my email. In-depth analysis 01. Yes. No. Don't put remove the slash from the in, no slash. No slash. It's IND. No slash. No slash. IND. In-depth analysis 01@gmail. they had worked together, man, it would have been very, very fruitful. That's just it. It would have been very, very, very fruitful. But they never did. And right now, the truth is, everybody's forgetting about Afiba and Celine. Everybody. Everybody. And what's just going on right now is just damage control. Everybody is trying to control their damages because a lot of damages has happened. From Ben's side, I believe, me personally, I believe Ben came out. It was just a form of damage control because on one hand, I feel he came out to control his damages because he thought that maybe if they go through Andrew's phone, they will see some certain things that might implicate him. So he had to come out to voice out. That was what I thought on one hand. But if you also listen to him on the other hand, I think he wanted to use the story to boost his blogging career on one hand. Yeah, because as at that time, like I said, I started following this case right from day one, right from when Harrison published it, spoke about it on the 22nd. At that time, Ben only had about 700 to 800 subscribers on his YouTube, but now he has about 2,000 plus. So it's a plus for him. So maybe he gained. So, and right now, what Harrison is doing is some sort of damage control. If you listen to his last interview, whatever he did with Daddy Freeze, you know that he's now reverting, like he's now trying to amend his stories, but he's doing it in such a way that he's even messing himself up the more. He's even messing himself up the more. That's what I think. He's messing himself up the more because from his last interview he had with Daddy Freeze, you understand that I think at this point the IG is really, really, really interested in the matter. That's the main IG now, is really, really interested in the matter because he said it in his words. He was like, he said, the IG has constituted a panel for this matter, not the one that happened the other way around, that happened before the other way around. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the IG doesn't know about it. Then why did you involve yourself, Harrison? If you knew the IG doesn't know about it, why did you involve yourself? Now, that interview he had with Blessing, what he was trying to do was to put everything now. That's the players, those policemen that came in. He now wants to be like it was the petition the Ghanaian embassy sent. But no, that's a lie. No, Andrew's phone is missing. Andrew's phone is missing. See, let me tell you something. Somebody said the police have Andrew's phone, laptop. Why is the police isn't checking them? Let me tell you something, bro. That's why I said, man, we need to be smart here. Maybe you just came. I guess you just came. Let me start again. On the 31st of May, if you're listening, on the 31st of May, Harrison said this on Just Adokun's live on Facebook. He said, in one of the rooms they broke into, they saw blood. And the policemen, as they were breaking into it, they were videoing and sending the videos to Abuja. This was on the 31st of May. What does that tell you? It tells you that Andrew's house was broken into by those police. Immediately after Andrew was shot dead, the police came back to Aba to ransack his house. And for Harrison to have those details, that means Harrison was with them. That is why I told you guys that those videos where you saw the body and where you saw Andrew, I feel those things were videos that was recorded between the time Andrew was shot to that first. It wasn't that day. Nah. because he wasn't supposed to say that they were videoing and sending to Abuja. Is it the Abia people that were videoing and sending to Abuja? No, Abia people they don't video, and even when they got the bag, because the first time they went to search, the first day they arrested Andrew, they searched the house and they found, I think, Celine or Afiba's bag and ATM. So it's to tell you those guys searched very well, because Andrew is a very smart guy. You don't expect him to keep the bag in an open place. He must have hidden it. So for the police to find the bag and the ATM, that means they did a very thorough job. And they didn't say they saw blood or blood stain anywhere. No, they didn't. They never did. And at that time, nobody perceived any foul smell. All of a sudden, they said they started perceiving foul smell. And they went to recover body. So nobody perceived any foul smell. And and they weren't videoing and sending. They can't even video and send to Abuja. That's just it, because it was from the Abia State Command. So who was that videoing and sending to Abuja? Harrison needs to answer that. Who were the people videoing and sending the video to Abuja? So it's to tell you, because somebody said, hey, hold on, what did that person say again? Okay, somebody said his phones and his laptop needs to be checked. Even at that, as at the time where Harrison got into Andrew's house, you could see that his desktop weren't there. His desktops were not there. That's the desktop in the office. He used to have a desktop there, an Apple desktop. It's no longer there. Man, they've scrutinized all those things, and man, they've taken off, because I feel the mission of those people was just to eliminate information. Any information. That's why, and those people, they came with the orders of the petition Blessing had. So that's why I keep asking the question, what is Blessing hiding? Why can't she? Okay, see me now, I'm talking. This is a very critical case, but I'm here speaking. My face is all out here. So why will somebody that is supposed to be a witness, a star witness, not even an accused, why is she hiding? Why doesn't she want to show her face? This is a model. A model should be a public figure that they've seen her face in numerous. Why doesn't she want to show her face now and clear herself? Yet Rachel, being a victim, came out to show her face. Even Rachel coming out was purported. Sincerely, the truth is that most people were just carried away by emotion. I want to start up another live now so that I could invite a few people. So like, Prince, if you still want, you could send me an email so that I could just get you and add you up on my next so that we'll have a chat. I really want to have a chat about this matter. That's where I could talk properly. I hate talking to myself. I don't like having a monologue. Let's have a dialogue. All right, guys. Enjoy.